I've been doing portrait photography for years and years, and in that period of time, I've taken tens of thousands of pictures, and this has helped me to improve my skills and understand what it takes to make a unique portrait. So in this video, I'm going to share my best bit of knowledge to help you to improve your portrait photography fast. One of the best ways to make your portrait look unique is by creating depth in the scene. Shooting with a fast aperture like f1.8, f2.0, or f2.8 allows your subject to be isolated from the background, therefore allowing your viewers to focus on the expression and the emotions that is being generated by the subject in the scene, especially when the background is distracting. You can also use light to create depth in the scene by shooting from the shadow side of the subject. Now this allows your portrait to be divided into two parts, the bright side and the dark side. What this does is that it eliminates the flat look and gives dimension and depth to your scene. You can also use compositional techniques like adding foreground to your scene, and this allows your viewers to be led throughout the picture until they get to the subject. Another way to make your portrait look unique is by changing the angle or perspective from which you take your shot. It's natural for you to take your camera and just shoot straight on or shoot from a eye level perspective, but changing the perspective of your shot, either by taking it higher or bringing it a bit lower, can add variety to your shot and also can be used for storytelling narratives. For instance, when you shoot from a low angle, it can signal to the viewer that your subject is powerful or dominant. This angle can also make your subject look bigger than they are in the scene. Likewise, shooting from a high angle can also signal to your viewers that your subject is vulnerable, and you can also use it to make your subject smaller than they look, even if your intention is not to make your subject look dominant or vulnerable in the scene. Shooting from different perspectives or angles gives you variety and adds more options for you to choose from. A catchlight is another way to make your portrait look unique. Catchlight has small important details in your portrait that can make or break it. Because the eyes are the most telling features of a person, introducing a catchlight is another way to make your portrait look unique. Catchlights are the bright specular highlights found in the subject's eyes that are a reflection of the light sources used to create the portrait. A catchlight can add dimension not only to the eyes but to the entire portrait. Catchlights in the eyes of your subject makes them look alive, driven, and even determined. Likewise, eyes without any catchlights can make the subject look empty or mysterious. But this is also a storytelling tool you can employ. Another way to make your portrait look unique is to take it easy on the sliders. You can get carried away when you go into post-production and you begin to slide the highlight, the exposure, or whatever it is you do, the skin healing, all those kind of stuff, and that can make you go over the line or over the board, and it begins to make your subject look fake and unnatural. I'm not saying these are not things you can do, but I'm just saying that try to make your subjects look as natural as they can. Post-production is meant to enhance or complement what you have taken from your camera, not to completely overthrow it. So keep that in mind when you're in your editing software. Letting your subject express themselves is a good way to make your portrait look unique, because no two people have the same expression. So allowing your subject to express themselves naturally, giving them that environment to bring out themselves, will make your portrait look unique, especially when you are working with people who are not professional models. Give them the environment to be able to freely express themselves and guide them if they are not doing what you want them to do, because complaining will make them look more uptight and you won't get what you are looking for. The last tip in this video is don't overthink it. Take out your camera, take out your reflector, whatever light source you want to use. Just go out, get a model or get a friend. Just make sure you create something. Don't overthink what lens you should use, what light setup you should use. Just have fun, because the more you take portraits, the more you understand what works for you, the more you practice, the more you learn, and the more you'll be able to understand what makes a portrait unique and what makes it personal to you. If you like this video and found it helpful, make sure you give it a like and also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one.